Hii dunia ina mambo. The way you see things happening in this country is so pathetic. You know, these people called politicians, just the other day, they were going around preaching to us how heaven will look like. You know, it is so amazing that today, the same people that are in power who are preaching on how they are going to lower the cost of living, on how they are going to change the status of this country, millions of youth who are unemployed to get jobs, many people, and more importantly, they were talking about to address the high cost of living. Today, so I'm unfortunate that you are having a tourist president, the same person who was preaching to us vile yeye ni hustler, vile yeye akiingia hata waste time kuhakikisha kwamba wa Kenya and millions of Kenyans who cannot afford anything, millions of Kenyans, they went around preaching to us on how they are going to make it possible for Kenyans to have, or maybe for those millions who are unable to put something on the table, they are in a position, to put something on the table. These are the same people, and I call them hypocrite people, kwa sababu wanakuja wanatuhubiria, wanajifanya vile mahasola, wanajifanya vile watabadilisha maisha ya Kenya. Now today as we speak, hustlers are suffering. Really, hustlers are suffering. Nowadays there's nothing like bottom up economy. There's nothing like they're going to change the economy of this country. Saizi unasikia Gachagua, hii unga ya 100 haiwezi, we cannot promise now. This and this that we promised, treasury haikuwa na pesa. And these are the same people that the same people that we need to believe in. The same people who we gave the mandate of this country, now promising us heaven that they are going to change. They are the one now. For example, they have started to regroup themselves now well. Wamejipanga katika kuhakikisha ya kwamba mambo na uongozi. And in fact, it's so unfortunate that the so-called chief hustler, Dr. William Ruto, the president of this country, is now implementing in secret the BBI, which he went around opposing, akisema reke must stop. Now he's implementing the same. He has already grouped his people, his fellows. Wale watu walikataliwa na wananchi. Wale watu hawawezi wakahold any public office. For example, Mudavadi. During the tenure of Mudavadi as the finance minister, hapo ndio tulikuwa tunasikia mambo kama Anglo Leasing, sijui Golden Back, sijui nani. This guy bankrupt Kenya, and they are still the same people grouped by the so-called chief hustler ati kuendesha masuala ya hii inji. As per our constitution ilikuwa inasema ya kwamba politicians are not allowed to be CSs, cabinet secretaries. They are not allowed to be anywhere. But what has he done? What he did best, alihakikisha kwamba ametafuta kina Ndere Kinduga, who are politicians, kina Aisha Chumwa, who are the politicians, kina Mudavadi, who are the politicians, Babu na Mwamba, all those CSs are politicians. My question is, Mr. President, kwani hapakuwa na watu wengine ambao wamesoma? You could not have found it worthy to get other people. And since bottom up economy is concerned, sungetafuta watu wengine ambao pia wamesoma. And in Kenya we have so many people educated who can fit in that PSS seats, and they can perform better than these hypocrites. They saw the kind of Aden Duale. He only make noise. Even the docket that you have given Aden Duale, it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. You could have find some other people. I wish your position in your security docket. We have differences, and in politics we don't have permanent enemies. You could have just left it to Dr. Fred Matiang'i. He's the best fit in that seat. as opposed to the so-called Adan Duale. What will Adan Duale do? Noises? What else can he do in that docket that you've given him? Huyo mtu kama huyo ungempatia head of Manamba. Adan Duale anastahili kuwa, kwa sababu anajua kupika noise, he's a noise maker. Yeye angekuwa minister wa Manamba Kenya, bodaboda na mamamboka. Now that they have not gotten a chance in your government. So stop lying to Kenyans. Kenyans need to address the food. Kenyans are waiting upon you to make sure that their lives, at least the cost of living, are lowered down. That's what we expect from you. Wale Manamba na mamamboka na watu wa bodaboda, after realizing that you have no place in our government, yes, we know that this was a hypocrite movement. This was a hypocrite kind of, conversation that you had, compelling us to vote for you. Now you have the chance. We know that hustlers, let us continue, but kindly, hata kama you have become the tourist, today uko Ethiopia, uko Uganda, uko America, uko happy, that is okay. It is okay. Na kina Zudi, na kina nani, these are the people that you are moving around with. But kindly, as you are moving around with all these people, remember that Kenyans, millions in numbers, they are unable to provide food. They are unable to get something to eat. Kindly lower the food price, lower the electricity, lower things that are common to mwananchi, which you addressed, which you believed in during your campaign. We have not forgotten. Just the other day, Mr. President, Kenyans are suffering in millions. We are suffering in millions. We are suffering in millions. And we need change. We fought for change. Now you are the president of this republic. You are the symbol of unity of this country. You represent the symbol of unity. And that means those that never fought for you and them that fought for you, you do and you deliver to them equally. And that is what, it is not much we are asking you, Mr. President, because you moved around preaching how these things about food and all that was just exaggeration. I remember in one of your statement ukisema ya kwamba hii mambo na sijui ati vita ya Ukraine na Russia ati ndio na effect chakula ati ni uongo. Now you have the power. Almost 1 month is almost 1 month down. What have you done apart from just movement? Is it movement that will tell you that you are working? We are not going to eat your movement, my brother, the president of Kenya. Yes, you have become the tourist, but we need you to work on the food issues. People, Kenyans need at least the small they are getting at the end of the month. The small they are getting, they are able to manage that. Sahizi kitu kidogo umepata haikutoshi. Nyinyi sasa mambo na hustler na nyinyi haikaribiani. Mambo na hustler na nyinyi sahizi haikaribiani. Sahizi hata mambo na hustler syndrome mmesahau. Kwa sababu nyinyi ndio mmejipanga, nyinyi ndio mmepanga serikali, mmechukua wanasiasa, mmechukua marafiki wako, hata na watoto wako ndio unawapatia nafasi kule State House. We know that. But we have no problem, Mr. President. We are hoping and we are only telling you to lower the food. Better address the food situation in Kenya. Things are not well with millions of Kenyans. With the same mamamboka you are preaching about. With the same bodaboda, makanga, and our vijana. Things are not well. Address this issue so that we are in a position, as a country, millions of Kenyans are in a position to move forward with their daily life. This is what we are requesting of you, Mr. President. This is what we are requesting of you, and this is what is requested of you. Because first, you believed in what we call bottom-up economy. Bottom-up economy where people are able to eat. They are able to provide to their families. They are able to move around as easy. This is what you preach to us, and this is what we are requesting you to do. Apart from now, you have become the tourist. Do it, but remember that Kenyans, na miaka mitano haiko mbali, na mimi naomba wa Kenya, sijui ni nani aliwaroka, but I want you to remember this message. All Kenyans, remember this, that come next election, let us not be lured into voting in leaders who are hypocrite. We need to change this. We need to change this fact on how we are going to vote in 2027. Because now everyone comes na mambo yake. Hawa viongozi wakitaka kusonga mbele wanakuja na syndrome ingine. Oh, sisi ni mahasola,